So this is Viking from the House of Creed, a fragrance that I haven't really talked about since 2017 when I initially gave it my first impressions, back when I had my luscious beard and long flowing locks of hair. It is springtime, I had to cut all those off, and I'm back to talk about this fragrance, give you guys my updated thoughts on Viking, because as you can see, I really have been putting quite a big dent in this bottle. It's actually been one of my most worn scents over the past about year and a half or so, and I really have some new intel, if you will, on Viking from Creed, and let's get into it, show you guys what I think about it, presentation, everything, a full proper review coming at you right now. Alright, the presentation, boom, here you go, there it is right there. Really like the bottle, it's your standard Creed bottle pretty much. The red does look very nice, it definitely grabs your attention when you think of the color red. You know, it's a very bright, vibrant type of a color. It evokes love, passion, anger, boldness, very emotionally kind of tied color. So when you see this, it really grabs your eye right away. If I were to make a small little nitpicky thing, I would like the color to be a little bit darker of a red, almost like a Ferrari red, a little bit more deep, darker kind of a red. But other than that, I really do like the bottle. It got this mirroring on the front with the Viking ship as well, and I really like it. This is the 50 ml presentation, by the way, and I really think it stands out from a lot of the other Creed presentations in the lineup, so that's what it's looking like. Really like this bottle. So getting into the actual scent of this one right here, sprayer is really great. The opening is great with Viking. This is, in my opinion, the strongest part of the scent. You get hit right away with spices, very peppery kind of a scent up top. You get a little bit of nutmeg, some kind of pink pepper notes in there as well, which really make the scent kind of pop off your skin a little bit. And in my original first impressions, I kind of said that this smelled pretty similar to Old Spice, which I do kind of agree a little bit, but there is a lot more going on there. After watching Tim's review a little while ago when he gave his impressions on Viking, he said there was a little bit of almost a mineral saltiness in there, and I didn't get that quite at first, but now the more I wear it, especially in kind of warmer weather, that salty kind of little salty edge in there really seems to pop a bit more in the heat. And it really is nice, man. It just gives you that combination of that aromatic kind of fougere type scent, maybe a little bit of lavender in the opening is what I pick up on as well. Lots of spices, that lemony kind of citrusy thing, and of course the peppermint, which really steals the show. It has a very cooling, minty effect, but the way that it works with these kind of warming spices, it's just kind of magical, honestly. Creed hit the nail on the head when they said fire and ice, because you really do get both of those elements in the opening, and then almost that little bit of a dry saltiness in there. It's not an aquatic scent by any means, but it has kind of just a really dry saltiness to go along with all those other notes. Everything's coming at you, comes across very masculine, very kind of in your face, if you will, which again, Viking, this is a very bold scent. So that's kind of exactly what I was expecting it to do right there. It's nice because this does smell different than Aventus from Creed. Aventus has that sweetness, a little bit of the pineapple, that fresh, juicy appeal, where Viking doesn't have any of that, almost no sweetness in here at all. Rather, it hits you with the spices, it hits you with the old school, masculine, aromatic type of a scent, which I think is a very nice change up. There is a little bit of rose in here, but contrary to what a lot of people say, I don't really pick up on the rose too much. I don't think it's that prominent of a note, at least not in the opening. Maybe as you get a little bit more into the mid notes, the rose kind of starts to hit in there a little bit. And this one dries down fairly linear through the top and through the mid. The spices just kind of get toned down a little bit. You get kind of a woodsiness in there a little bit. The peppermint goes away kind of, and you're just left with this really nice, solid, aromatic, manly type of a scent. The dry down is where I don't love it so much. You know, it has that typical Creed fragrance dry down with the ambergris. For some reason, that just doesn't quite work as well as it could in this sense. Like, it works much better in a scent like Millesine Imperial or something else like that. But the dry down in this kind of turns it into a weird, almost like a watery, musky ambergris, but it just doesn't really mix well with the spices, in my opinion, and at least off of my skin. The dry down, at least like the last 20% of the scent, not my favorite, but for, you know, the vast majority of it, like 80% of the life of the scent, I really enjoy it. It's a great spicy, refreshing, invigorating scent. It's cooling, and at the same time it has those kind of warming elements. It's just really, really great. It has that kind of sandalwood, that dark kind of, I wouldn't say smoky, but it has a dark sandalwood in here, right? And overall, great complex scent from the House of Creed. And this one is just so easy to wear. Again, it's one of the reasons why I've been picking it a lot, because it's really easy to wear dressed up or just going out. And if I want to put on the kind of vibe of, really kind of masculine, very in charge, if you will, it just seems like a great scent to kind of fit that. And I really have been enjoying wearing it a lot. So getting into the performance, this one tops out at about 8 to 10 hours of longevity on my skin, which is great. It definitely performs as it should for the price tag that you're paying for it, in my opinion. And the projection is also pretty good. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but at least in that first hour, it really does kick off the skin. It kind of grabs people's noses, and it will get you noticed, and it does project at least within an arm's foot away, which is great. Performance, I really have no complaints with this one. This one gets the job for me done every single time. So performance gets a thumbs up from Mr. Tripleinc here. And let's kind of wrap this up talking about occasions and compliments and all that kind of jazz, all that good stuff, right? Compliments, this is a pretty good compliment getter for me. I will say that I have gotten a fair bit of positive attention with this, especially in the opening is when this one really seems to garner the most positive attention as far as compliments goes. I've gotten compliments from pretty much every age group as well, from people a little bit older in their middle 40s and 50s all the way down to late teens and people my age in their early 20s. So this one really seems to have that mass appeal of, especially the opening, man, it's just really inviting, that spiciness. It's kind of familiar, but also puts a new twist on it, and you can tell it's pretty good quality ingredients in there as well with the way it comes across. So compliments, very, very good. I've gotten, I would say, more than my fair share of good attention with this one. And talking about the versatility of this scent, highly versatile. There's really no situations that I couldn't see this one working for. Maybe a date, maybe it's not as playful as you would like for a date, but anything other than that, for work, it's great. Dressing up, if you work in an environment where you have to wear suits all the time, this one would be great. I wear this one when I want to feel confident. This is like my scent that I throw on, and if you want to get that extra boost of confidence, especially to know that you're wearing a nice expensive fragrance that has good quality ingredients and that's going to please a lot of people, Viking from Creed checks all those boxes. So that is my review of Viking from Creed. Let me know what you guys think about this fragrance in the comment section down below. Also, that reminds me, I know a lot of you guys like my cinematic drone videos, all those drone shots that I have. Well, just so happens the other day I was doing some precision flying practice with this, and yeah, it didn't end so well for my drone. Unfortunately, it's fine. It just has a propeller blade that broke, so I'm gonna have to order some more. But in the meantime, enjoy this drone footage to end the video that I got a few weeks ago on spring break. Hopefully it'll keep you guys tied over until I can get this thing back in operation. So, see you guys, have a great day. Peace.
Ain't there nothing I can take a set.